Hey, good morning, FCF. Could be afternoon. You might even be watching this in the evening. I don't know. But we're continuing in our journey through 1 Peter. We're actually in 1 Peter chapter 2 now. And today we're just going to look at two verses, chapter 2, verse 4 and 5. It says, "And you come to him," the him meaning Christ, "the living stone." So here he's called the living stone, "rejected by men, but chosen by God and precious to him. You also, like living stones, are being built into a spiritual house to be a holy priesthood, offering spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God through Jesus Christ." Again, awful lot for us to unpack. So let me start in. It says, "As you come to him, the living stone, rejected by men but chosen by God, precious to him." It's looking back to some Old Testament passages, particularly in Psalms, where it talks about that Jesus is the capstone of God's plan. He's what makes everything come together. He's the culmination of the revelation of God. God revealed himself progressively through the Old Testament. For example, in the Ten Commandments, we read those commandments, we learn some things about God, but we don't learn everything about God. We learn that he's righteous, we learn that he's good, but it doesn't necessarily let us know that he's not one to be feared. And God says that he wants to cast out fear so that we can eventually have a perfect, loving relationship with him. So as we come to him, but it says he's a rejected stone. Jesus was the Messiah that the Jews had been waiting for, but when he came and offered himself as their Messiah, their rescuer, their Savior, they categorically rejected him because they were looking for a political rescuer, a military rescuer, and he came to save us from our true deepest need, which is this thing called sin. Sin is just living contrary to the way that God designed us. It infects us, it affects us, and it tears down all the good that God has put in us. It doesn't allow it to develop. It keeps us at odds with one another. It keeps us at odds with ourselves. And so he comes primarily to rescue us from our sin. But the critical thing here is that he was rejected. He was the rejected stone, but we don't see him as that. We see him as a precious stone. He's the rock. He's the foundation by which we build our lives on. We see God in Jesus, and that's what we build our lives on. It goes on to say, add this. It says, "You also," verse 5, "like living stones." He's the stone. We're stones. "You also, like living stones, are being built into a spiritual house to be a holy priesthood, offering spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God through Jesus Christ." Where it says we're a holy priesthood, that passage was made famous during the Reformation, where it was declared that everyone that's trusted in Christ is a priest unto God. What a priest is a priest is a bridge. It's a bridge between God and man. But here it's not a special class of people that wear special clothing or that have some special connection with God. It's saying that everyone that's trusted in God as he's revealed himself in Christ is now part of this spiritual priesthood. In other words, we're going to be the ones that help connect other human beings to God. They are going to meet God now through us, through our word, through our changed lives and so forth. It says we're built together to be a spiritual household. The idea is that you trust in Christ and someone else trusts in Christ and I trust in Christ. We come from all these different backgrounds and life experiences, but because of our trust in Christ, we congregate. We find churches, we find communities that we belong to. We commit ourselves not just to Christ, but to one another, to do life together, to serve God together, to seek to extend his kingdom together. And so we offer spiritual sacrifices, it says, to God. In the Old Testament, they offered physical sacrifices. You know, they offered animal sacrifices. All those animal sacrifices were pointing to the time when God would fully reveal himself in Christ on the cross. But now we know that those sacrifices are no longer necessary, but we can offer spiritual sacrifices to God. We surrender our hearts to him, our mind to him, our time to him, our talent to him, our treasure to him. We seek to bring others to him, to learn the truth about him, to trust in him. These are spiritual sacrifices. We can pray for one another. We can pray for people that are on the opposite side of the world. These are all spiritual sacrifices that we offer up as opposed to those Old Testament physical sacrifices. So, I hope this one has made some sense to you, and I will see you again actually next week, I believe.